To vote for Howie. I mean, it's so hopeless. I'm mad and feel like we have no options. Hell, I'd even vote Mark Cuban at this point. Well, I'll say this about a third party or an independent candidate. Just wait, because the third party doesn't, an independent, a third party, they don't need to like go through some convention and a blah, blah, blah. They could just say, here, you. I mean, in 2016, Jill Stein, after Bernie, lost or was cheated by the DNC, Jill Stein reached out to him and said, Bernie, run as a Green. Like, that's the thing about the third parties, movement for people, just get a big name person and do it. You don't need, and just get and go after those 4 out of 10 voters that don't show up to vote. Go after those 100 million people that typically don't vote. They just don't feel like nobody gives a shit about me. Get those people to jump in. The vote any blue will do, folks. Yeah, maybe you'll get a few of them, but honestly, who gives a shit? They're just as out to lunch as the goddamn MAGA hat wearers. Like they're out to lunch, man. Like, so just maybe you'll get some of them. But get a real populist independent candidate. So yeah, I don't think I can vote for Howie Hawkins either because he's a Russia-gator. So but you never know, man. There's movement for people. Nina Turner just keeps talking and tweeting movement for People's Party, and Joseph Ventura, I'm joining the Green Party. Something could happen. This is I said it last year. I said 2020 will be the craziest election year anyone has ever seen in their lives. And it's already pretty nuts. No one predicted a goddamn pandemic in the middle of it. So anything's possible. I mean, I'm not holding out hope that Luke Skywalker is going to magically appear and save us. I'm putting more stock in strikes, general strikes, labor movements. This, as I've said, the workers in America have never had more leverage. So organize. I've had some people email me, Graham, I'm trying to organize a teacher strike and, state or this place or that place. I don't have a lot of personal experience doing that. But what I would say is reach out to a union that covers the job that you do. Like if you work at a grocery store, there's grocers unions. They're all over the country. They might not be in your state, but they would love to come to your state and they're looking to organize. Same thing with teachers unions. You might be in a state or a county or a city that doesn't have any teachers unions, but they're out there. I guarantee they are. There's a nurses union. Get the unions. You know what unions need? They need more members. Because unions know the more members we have, the more power we have. It's about union dues too, but that's part of the power. So let's say we're a 10,000 person union, but now all of these teachers in this school district join us, and there's another new 5,000 teachers, or this whole grocery chain in this right to work state that has no unions decides to go union. Now we go from 10 to 20,000 or whatever. So now we have a bigger block and the union is more powerful. This is why they've eviscerated them over the last 4 decades. Because look at the power of that. You have a 100,000 person union, a 200,000, a million person union, a nationwide. What if Amazon unionized all of its workers? Walmart, all of its workers. McDonald's, all of its workers. Those are huge blocks of people. Now they have political power. They have political influence. So, the Amazon Workers Union suddenly says we're only backing a candidate that, gives us Medicare for all because we want free healthcare. We all want free healthcare. Then all of a sudden, the Amazon Workers Union and the McDonald's union and the nurses union, they're all going to walk off if we don't get free health. You see how powerful it becomes? So look, I hope Nina or Jesse or somebody like that shows up and runs. That would be awesome, and that would be a monumental shift if a third-party candidate actually won the presidency and kicked these two filthy, greedy parties in the ass. I would love that. But I in the meantime, I would hang our hopes on strikes. on a general strike, on specific labor strikes. This is what it's going to take right now. We gotta, you know, if you're a healthcare worker and they're telling you to go to work and they don't have enough masks and gowns for you, start talking strikes. Start saying, "What? Sorry, you're putting our lives at risk." I'm sure healthcare workers are like, "Yeah, I signed up for a certain amount of risk, but you didn't tell me I was going to have to go with dirty masks in the middle of a goddamn pandemic." So now is the time. Now is the time to take advantage of this, to get the rights that you want. I did that video about the meat packers. They're getting paid $13 some an hour in unsafe. And here's the thing: meat packing has a long history of mistreating its employees. They were doing it before this pandemic. When the pandemic came, it just got worse because they're just like, you better go to work or you're fired. Well, it's not safe. We don't want to get COVID and die. And then some of their employees have died. It's horrible. So this is the time. Labor strikes are going to do way more than some political candidate. That's the reality. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's not like the bad option. That's like, because you unionize more, you get more cohesive labor strikes and general strikes, then the politicians got to wake up. I re-registered. So I registered last summer. I've always been an independent, and I registered as a Democrat last summer so that they didn't purge my ballot in the California primary so I could vote for Bernie. He won California, but not nearly as much as the exit polls indicated. And of course, he doesn't hold the Democratic Party accountable. So blah, 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 more of that same bullshit. But I re-registered today as an independent. I thought about checking the green, and I was like, nah, I went independent. I want them to know that I want the Democratic Party to know they just lost me. They don't have my vote. They have to earn my vote. So electoral politics is highly corrupt, and I'm not saying abandon it, but it shouldn't be at the top of any of our lists. Getting behind good candidates, voting in local elections is important, ballot measures, all that stuff. That's great. But it's activist union labor movements. That's what's going to do it. That's what's unifying the whole country right now. The whole country. Red state, blue state. You tell them, oh, these grocery store workers or these healthcare workers are not getting the PPEs they need or whatever. Everyone's going to go, yeah, fuck yeah. Everyone's going to agree on that. Now's the time. Hey, everybody, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification button and the subscribe button, even if you've done it before, because they're unsubscribing, many of you, every day. Watch the ads all the way through. If you click skip ad, I don't get paid. Also, support us at patreon.com/GrahamElwood or rockfin.com/GrahamElwood. Rockfin.com is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. All my videos are on Rockfin ad-free. Thanks for watching.